Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today's video, I'm so excited. It's all about my workout for a whole week. So come with me as I go to the gym and I do my workout classes. And upright row is just pulling it up to chest level and working on those shoulders. And actually, it's one of my favorite exercises. I actually haven't done it in a really long time, so I'm glad we're bringing it back into the rotation. And this is me getting set up for another shot. Literally, this is what I do every class is I record all of my workouts. And it's been really good for me, not only just for YouTube purposes, but it's also like to check my form to make sure I'm doing things right. And so many times I have found that I'm like, oh man, I should have done that better, or I should do something differently. So right here, I think this is the day where I was lifting 35 pounds on my chest, and that's way heavier than normal. So it was a struggle. Next up, we are doing some chest flies, and I went a little bit lighter just because, you know, us women, we don't lift as much as on our chest and we can, and it's just certain position. In particular for me, like flies, I have to go way down, so I'm doing 12 pounds right here. I think maybe next time I'll probably do 15, but I really need to work on my chest. Number one, it makes your body look really good and gets the girls up. But number two, I really need to lose body fat, like in my chest area, and I have, but I want to just continue to keep toning up so everything is nice and firm and tight. Okay, so next up, we are moving on into another exercise. Yes. Okay, so this one we're going to be doing like they're like back pulls or something, but they're in a different position. So I'm over here chatting away. So we're going to just move past this part. And just some of the conversations we have during these classes are hysterical. So here I'm bending over at the waist, bending knee. Next up, we're going to move on to our RDL. And I feel like I probably should have had my feet just tighter together, but this is what I'm doing. I think here I'm lifting 35 pounds, and I actually can lift heavier than that. But just make sure you're hinging from the hips and have a slight bend in the knees, and just go ahead and lean that booty back, and it does wonders. It's really one of my favorite exercises. I used to hate it, and I finally have mastered the proper form where my back doesn't hurt. I used to get horrible back pain doing RDLs, and now I don't because I know how to do it. Next, we're doing some butterflies, and yes, this isn't the most gracious position, but hey, you know, I'm just trying to work out. I'm trying to get in shape and really get my life back and my body back to feel healthy and strong again. Okay, so next up is hollow holds. This is the exercise that makes me feel like a beach well, and I think this is the day that I made the mistake of going to Starbucks, drinking a grande tea an hour before class started, and so I was dying. My belly hurt so bad. Big mistake in my life. And I was on a sweets binge, so I was super bloated. Okay, so this exercise, so for sure, this was the funniest thing that I did during the day. We had to hold a hollow hold pose, and then my trainer, he didn't beat, but he did a karate chop on my belly. And the first time, this is the second round, the first time I was dying. I was crying because it just tickled so bad, and it was just weird. And I was like, you keep hitting my fat. My fat's jiggling. And next we're doing plyo box jumps. Been a really long time since I did this, and I just decided to get back into doing these, and I really enjoyed these. I actually was afraid of doing these jumps on the boxes for a really long time. And if you don't know, I probably need to do a video about when I got hit by a car. I don't think I told that story yet. That might be coming, just for the weird things that have happened to me. So I kind of have a little slight delay with my leg on my left side where I got hit. And every now and then I will miscalculate a jump or running or something, and I will either get tripped up and something weird will happen. And I ended up having that happen, not that day, but I ended up like falling on my face, but I was fine. Anyways, so moving on, we did some wall sits. I'm here reflecting on all the bad decisions that I have made up with food in the past like 2 weeks, and I was really regretting it there. And next we're gonna do kettlebell swings. I love this so much. It's like one of my favorite exercises ever, and it's great because it hits everything, and like my arms look amazing. So I encourage you to try it. The key here is just to keep everything really tight and control the swing of the kettlebell, or you're going to be hurting. And next we're doing like these little clamshell things, and I'm just sitting here hanging out. And it was funny because like we're all sitting there talking about cats during this moment about like, and I was like, cats have their own mind, like they rule themselves, so they're really not pets. Anyways, it was a whole thing. And we're gonna do some calf raises here, which are not my favorite, but it's a weakness that I have. I used to have amazing calves and not so much anymore. So I'm working on those and getting my calves back into tip-top shape. Next up, I'm going to work on some back squats. And I think my feet, no, I don't think they're elevated on this one, but I'm just doing some back squats here. I think I might have 20 pounds. I honestly, I could have probably done heavier. I just didn't feel like it that day. And yeah, and the funny thing is my knees always crack, and I've discovered on all my videos, my knees crack. It's really gross. Again, I'm doing hollow holds here, and I am just like, every time I do these, I'm like, gosh, when am I going to start like feeling skinny or looking skinny or tightening up? I don't know. Hopefully one of these days. Okay, next up is toe touches, and I think on this one, I probably should have moved my feet a little bit further. It was funny. I think it was because of all the tea that was sitting in my belly. I honestly was having a hard time touching the sides of my feet that day, and I kind of sort of cheated. I brought my legs and my feet in a little bit tighter. Here I'm doing Supermans and doing the little like, oh, actually I think our trainer calls these like Batmans, because like your arms are doing a little like thing. So yeah, and then you're kicking your feet, so that takes some coordination. And honestly, I'll be honest about this one. I tried earlier at the beginning of the workout to do this, and I could not hold the weight with my feet. I tried 3 times, I could not get it, and so I waited till the end of the workout once everyone left, and I tried again and I re-recorded it. And so it's just something about like gripping the weight is a challenge, and like squeezing my feet together to hold it. So I don't even know how to explain it, but eventually I got it and it worked. But this is leg curl February, and I am leaving my cold plunge class. And actually I didn't go to class today, just went cold plunging and sauna cold plunging done. And I am heading to get my after plunge tea so I can get warm again. And I just wanted to do a check-in. So this month of February, we are doing a HIIT challenge. So we're doing 1 HIIT workout a day. I'm doing Monday through Friday. And we're going to focus on 1 HIIT workout a day. It's going to be 6 rounds for 30 seconds. And so if you go to my YouTube shorts, I already have 2 that I posted yesterday. And it's just to get our heart rate up. I thought February would be a great time because it's like all about like love and stuff. So I thought like, hey, like let's do something for like cardiovascular, burns fat, all that great stuff. And so yeah, so go ahead and join me. It's going to be a whole lot of fun, and you're going to sweat a lot. And then I love coming to this cold plunge place because I have seen the most amazing natural bodies here. Like, you know, like California, you run across people definitely have had some work done, and you can tell. But like at this place that I go to, like these are like some of the most health conscious, working out type of people that you will ever run across, and has the most amazing body. And there was this girl, and she was like nice and tall, but she was fit. Like you could tell she either swims, she works out, she does something, but she just like had this amazing body. And it's just like everybody comes in, they have great skin, like I would say like mostly everybody's in shape, and if they're not, like they're getting there, they're working towards that. And just every time I'm in there, I'm like, one of these days I'm gonna be like that person who's like super healthy, looks great, walks with confidence, and everybody's like on the same vibe. Everyone's like very much about like wellness and trying the new wellness trend and like researching like what's the best thing that you can do for your body. It's really fascinating just sitting and listening to people's conversations in the sauna. So yeah, so I'm like, okay, it just like as a reminder, it's like, I have so far to go with my body. And of course, like this week I'm all bloaty, and just coming off Aunt Flo is like never fun. But actually, the past like 2 months, I have had relatively non-existent cramps, which has been fantastic. I think a lot of it has to do is just I've just been hitting these workouts really hard, like 2 days before Aunt Flo shows up, and it does wonders. So anyways, that is about it. Today I have my best friend's daughter's having a birthday party, and so I'm gonna go and see them. I haven't seen everybody in like well over 2 to 3 years, like in person, and head to church. And then I got some cleaning, organizing to do. And honestly, like going back into like creating habits, I've been doing really good. I'm really proud of myself for the month of January. I stayed on top of my fitness tracker, tracking my cleaning, my exercising, reading, and I've been sticking to it for the most part. Like the only day where I really don't feel like doing much is like Friday. Fridays I'm usually like, I don't want to do anything. I just want to watch TV when I get home and go to sleep. So, but yeah, no, I'm really liking it. So I'm going to continue on with that, and just coming and walking into my room and walking into my bathroom and seeing how like really clean and organized it has stayed, because I'm like taking care of it every day, really has made me feel so much better about myself. And I don't know, it's a thing. So try it. I need to work on my car though. And lastly, so I'm going to start doing that with my finances, because I am been using my every dollar budget, and like again, like some same categories are a little bit over, so I have to kind of figure all that out and keep better track of that. So I don't know what I need to do, or if I just need like a visual. I already have like a visual of like how much debt I've paid off, but I just need something else where I'm like just reminding myself like this is the goal, like stay on task, So anyways, that's about it, and I will check in probably on Sunday. I have some shopping to do tomorrow for like groceries, and I was able to find like a really good deal of salmon, so I have like this big like family size thing of like the little salmons that are individually packaged, and that's been great. So anyways, I will catch you later. Okay, I just want to go on a little rant right now, because again, I'm leaving the cold plunge place, and for the second time in many months, someone stole my towel, and I am really upset about it, because it's obvious that it's not someone's towel if there's a water bottle on it and it's not your water bottle. And it just kills me. And I think I saw the lady that stole my towel, and I was gonna say something, but I'm like, well, what if it really isn't my towel and she has the same like white towel like I do? So I'm really pissed right now, because I'm like, you know what your towel looks like. You know what the towels that they have here. They have white towels too, but they're really thin, and they're not like the big cushy like terry cloth big bath towel, oversized bath towel like I have. And so again, I have lost another one in my collection. So I've decided that I am going to get monogrammed towels with my name fully written across the bottom of the towel that says my name. So that ever happens again, I can say, you know what? That is my towel, because my name is clearly written on the bottom of it, and I want my towel back because I paid good money for that. It just really upsets me every time. I know it might seem like petty, But I was like always brought up that if it doesn't belong to you, then you shouldn't take it. If you have any question that doesn't belong to you, then either ask or just don't take it at all until you're like absolutely clear. So I was left with no towel. They had this big like staff training, so they kicked everybody out early today and didn't let anybody know before class started that, hey, we're going to be closing early. And so, you know, we're going to be closing down like at 1:30. So everyone needs to basically be moving out. So everybody's rushing along, you know, jumping out of the sauna and all this stuff, trying to get everything done. So that's a comment that I'm gonna make. It's like, you know, guys, like you guys shouldn't have had the 12 o'clock class, or you guys should have moved it up by half an hour and just let everybody know. Send out an email and saying, hey, we're closing at 1 o'clock on Sunday. And that's it, not that simple. But anyways, so I'm like a little upset about that. And so I ended up having to get dressed because there's nowhere to get dressed because they didn't plan this out very well. So I'm getting dressed out, like undressed out in the open because there's nowhere to change. All the bathrooms are full. I didn't have a towel. So I'm dripping wet getting back into my clothes. And it was just a mess. So I usually don't complain, but I'm like, I just thought the planning was so bad. And all it took was to either move up the class a half an hour, send out an email and say, hey guys, just to let you guys know that we're closing down the studio at 1:30. So we're going to ask for everyone to basically wrap everything up by 1:15 because our staff's coming in. And that's my rant of the day because that just really bothered me. It's just clearly like not thinking ahead and about like the experience of the people who are paying money to come there. But also I'm just really pissed that someone stole my towel and it didn't belong to them. And I just think that that's wrong. And it really, really bothers me. So now if I'm going to have to look for someone who can do monogram towels or if I can buy them and figure out how much that's going to cost me because I refuse to lose another towel because they're not cheap. Like I'm on a budget. So every towel that I lose, I've lost. That's like $10 per towel. So it's not more. So I'm going to have to figure that out at some point in time. But anyways, that's my rant of the day on Sunday. So yeah.